Hey folks, Real Honesty with Jarmithlin. I'm Jarmithlin. This is Rapid Fire episode 51 where I got a couple little tasty rants. May not last too long, but I'm going to be a little vicious on these. So I'm just warning you, explicit content to follow. I do want to say, though, before I get started, thank you to everybody that checked up on me in the past couple days. You may have noticed on my SmackDown review that my voice sounded a little rough. It's because at the time I thought I had just irritated my throat. Well, it turned out that I actually got hit with like a 24 to 48 hour flu. It really hit me bad Wednesday, and actually to the point where I almost went to the hospital last night, but I decided to just, deal with it. And now I'm fine. I'm actually a whole lot better. So I just want to thank everybody. I'm a ton better. Everybody's got a whole bunch of other things that they're dealing with, so I'm not going to dwell on that. But just thank you to everybody that checked up on me. And if you guys didn't, I ain't knocking you guys. I just appreciate the outpouring of support and the outpouring of support for my channel. So here we go. And by the way, another quick plug really quickly. You may have noticed that NXT reviews have popped up in the past 2 months. Pretty much from December 13th of last year on. They're by the co-host, Durbinator, my best friend. Check him out. He does really good work. I'm very proud of the fact that he's doing so well. So I would really appreciate if you guys could check those out. I get that you guys can't check out all the reviews and all the videos that I do, and believe me, I post a lot of them. But just do check those out, especially if you want to keep up on stuff on NXT and get a different perspective, since he has a really good perspective on wrestling. So anyway, that out of the way, Rich Swann's WWE release, the mutual WWE release. I want to say right at the beginning that whatever is true, and of course the whole thing that happened with the domestic violence situation with him and his wife Sue Young, and I'm not familiar with her, I'm just saying that right at the beginning, but she apparently is a wrestler, apparently is pretty good from what I've heard from people that have seen her at local independents, and that's awesome. Regardless, the whole thing that happened, it was inevitable. I mean, what did people expect? Oh, the charges got dropped. I had some jackasses that messaged me, oh, it's like, you shouldn't have done the video or whatever because now, look, the charges got dropped. Well, just because the fucking charges got dropped doesn't fucking mean that something didn't happen. You think that she would be the first abuse victim to recant her story or say, hey, or it's like, pull back, wait, I don't want this attention, or that kind of stuff. You think she's the first person to do that? No. So, whether it happened all according to what the witnesses said, the multiple witnesses, or whether the truth lies somewhere in the middle, something happened. And Swann got suspended, as he should have. And I would say the same thing if it was a female WWE talent that did this to a male wrestler she was dating. It would be the same damn thing. If you're going to commit domestic violence or domestic battery or of that form against the person who's either your girlfriend, boyfriend, fiance, life partner, whatever, guess what? You need to be held accountable for it. And Rich Swann was held accountable. Now, yeah, okay, all the charges were dropped. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Some people were saying, and look, I ain't going to call people out by name because it's their opinion, but it's unfortunate because the charges were dropped and this kind of stuff. Well, it's not my fault you fucking don't understand how domestic violence works. And by the way, I have been friends with, women who have been part of that situation. Varying degrees. And even some guys that have been part of abusive relationships. It's not easy to seek help when you finally get up the guts to do something, whether an incident like with Rich Swann and his wife happens, or another one happens. You can easily, because of how badly your psyche is damaged, you could suddenly decide, oh wait, no, I suddenly don't want to do this. And retreat back into your shell thinking it will be okay. And I do want to say that if any of you do have had any situation come up where you've been a victim of sexual assault, domestic violence, please seek help immediately. Please seek help. There are channels out there. There are people that can help you, that want to help you, friends that want to help you, even if it doesn't seem like it. There are chances, there are, ways for you to get the help you need. As for the people that commit these atrocities, I'm sorry, you all are pieces of shit. I don't care what gender you fall under. If you're going to do that, if you're going to take advantage of somebody that is giving you their heart and their love, guess what? You deserve all the punishment that you get. And Rich Swann screwed up. One way or another, he screwed up. And let's not cry and let's not say, this is going to happen, or the cruiserweight division is dead, or this kind of stuff. This isn't about wrestling. If Rich Swann truly, and I just want to say this, if Rich Swann is truly sorry for what he did, and him and his wife have reconciled, and charges are dropped, and he gets the help he needs, and they can rebuild that bridge, rebuild that relationship, and no other incident happens, great. Great. Seriously. Hopefully that can actually happen. Hopefully that can. But Rich Swann should never set foot in a WWE ring again. Times have changed. This is not the Attitude Era. This is not even the Ruthless Aggression Era. Especially since stuff happened with the whole Chris Benoit situation, about almost 11 years ago now. And believe me, Rich Swann isn't the first wrestler to commit domestic battery, assault, sexual assault, whatever, against a fellow wrestler or a woman or whatever. And he's not the first wrestler to do that to anybody. And I'm not saying that. The bottom line is Rich Swann screwed up. He does not deserve to step foot in another WWE ring. If another company wants to hire him, whatever, they can take on that baggage. I'm not here to talk about that. If him and his wife can live their lives and actually work, and if he can work on himself and actually get better, okay. And if she wants to stick by him and it ends up working out for them, I hope that's the case. But I don't want to hear anybody defending, the charges are dropped, nothing happened. Fuck you guys. Seriously. If it ends up coming out a year or two from now that the whole story is made up, that she made up the whole damn thing, then okay. Then sure. That whole thing happened. All right, whatever. But judging by the multiple witnesses and stuff like that, seems like a pretty legit thing that happened. So let's fucking drop that whole thing that, Rich Swann, is a victim too, or this kind of stuff. Look, just because of the home environment he was raised in, I want to say one thing. I got somebody that wants to say something. What do you want to say? Want to say something? Want to say something? The producer wanted to weigh in. Had to add a little levity to that rant. Look, Rich Swann does not deserve sympathy for this stuff. I stand by what I said, that if him and his wife can work things out and can actually move on with their lives and can do some great things, and Rich Swann can move on from this and become a better person, great. He should never step foot in the WWE ring again. So everybody can just suck on that as far as I'm concerned. And now we move to Michael Elgin, who, New Japan Wrestling fucked up here. New Japan Pro Wrestling fucked up bad because they re-signed the guy. The guy that has been basically blacklisted from a lot of U.S. Wrestling companies, as far as I know. And, because of what he did. And I'm not going to go over the details of what he did to a woman. And possibly multiple women, but I know one for certain, according to stuff that's been reported. Let's just say this. Michael Elgin should never be allowed to step foot in a wrestling ring for what he did. If what this woman is saying is true, and by all rights and accounts, it seems to be true, yet nothing's being done about it, authorities, this kind of stuff, or he's just allowed to, do this stuff and not face any charges. Michael Elgin needs to be in jail for what he did. Bottom line, New Japan Pro Wrestling fucked up bad. This is a black eye on them. And I'm not saying Elgin's going to ever be IWGP champion or this kind of stuff or whatever, or maybe not viewed as much more than a mid-card guy. The bottom line is, though, he's not, even if he was a huge star like, say, Stone Cold and stuff like that, or let's use a New Japan analogy, even if he was like Great Muta or Jushin Thunder Liger in their prime, or Chono in their prime, or Yugi Nagata, that kind of stuff. Those kind of talents. Even if he was somebody like that, guess what? He still doesn't fucking deserve this chance. Other wrestling companies have blacklisted him. Except IWA Mid-South, apparently, according to what somebody told me, but they're not a credible company anyway. Sorry, they aren't. I know other wrestlers have wrestled in WWE, and other companies have wrestled there, but I never really cared for that kind of blood and guts shit. Anyway. New Japan Pro Wrestling is making a mistake re-signing him. There are other American stars they can sign for probably around the same kind of money that don't have the baggage that he has. He has not shown accountability for what he's done. the victim, and I'm just going to say that because, one, I don't want to call her name out. Even though she's trying to get this, I'm just going to say the victim. It's not that she doesn't deserve to have her name said. I'm not here to say that. She can continue to shout, and hopefully she gets justice. Hopefully, justice is brought, on her end for what Elgin did. But for what she went through and what she recounted, how is he not in jail? How the fuck is he allowed to still wrestle when he did this? So that's just really it. I mean, it's like, that's the thing that blows my mind. If New Japan Pro Wrestling wants to expand into the U.S. more, having this guy on your roster is not a good idea. And I want New Japan Pro Wrestling to succeed big time. New Japan Pro Wrestling deserves to succeed because they have a great talent roster. They have a great in-ring product, in spite of the fact the Young Bucks are there, but that's not what this is about. The Young Bucks have their fans and don't seem like bad people. Whether I like their video game wrestling or not, they don't seem like bad people. This is just mind-blowing to me. They're not the first wrestling company to take on somebody that has some baggage. I'm going to mention Impact with Alberto El Patron for no reason. And by the way, that dumb fuck should be fired and never allowed in any U.S. wrestling promotion. And I'm just going to fucking say that because the guy clearly has a lot of goddamn issues and isn't worth the goddamn money that he gets. Elgin is not worth the money that they're paying him. The bad press that New Japan Pro Wrestling is going to get because of this is not worth it. Does Japan not care about women? I mean, I don't know what the Japanese culture is like towards women. I know that Japan is a little odd when it comes to their anime and stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. Michael Elgin deserves to be released immediately from his contract, not ever brought in to any company, any local independent, any of this kind of stuff. Because, people can say it's accusations, this kind of stuff. Enough people have reported about it to where you have to question why the hell he hasn't been jailed. You have to wonder about that. Why hasn't he been jailed? Like, seriously, guys. The fuck? And even just this, even if it's just accusations at this point, he shouldn't be allowed to wrestle. And again, this would be the same if it was a female wrestler. Shouldn't be allowed to wrestle until these charges, all this stuff, this, I don't want to say blows over, but until it is proven wrong. Because if any of this is proven right, then I feel sorry for his wife, and apparently his kid. I guess apparently they have a kid. That right there is just, the guy has shown no accountability, and Michael Elgin, honest God, does not deserve to be re-signed. New Japan Pro Wrestling needs to rectify this. They have a deep enough talent roster, they can get U.S. stars without having to get a guy with this much baggage. So anyway, that's what I gotta say. That's my fucking opinion. I'm not gonna tell you guys, by the way, if you're a fan of Rich Swann, or if you're a fan of Michael Elgin, that you guys are bad people. I'm not gonna say that. Because you guys aren't bad people. But don't come at me saying, oh, you don't know the facts, then present the facts to me, please. Please. I'm allowed to rant in this kind of stuff. Because I'm not calling for anybody's head. I'm not calling for anybody to be killed. I would never do that. But Rich Swann deserved to be released from his contract and should have been. And good thing that he was. And Michael Elgin should not be signed to New Japan. New Japan needs to rectify this. Or else it could be a backlash against them. And they don't need a backlash. Their in-ring product should go up and up and up. Having Michael Elgin is not a good idea. Not in this current climate. Anyway, that's what I gotta say. You agreed, you disagreed with what I said. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Twitter link in the description. It's been Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I'm John Ritlin. I will see you soon.